that the bodywork commences on the PTGT. We're going all out in this episode. We're going to be completely getting the body prepped to get sprayed in the next episode. My basic plan as of now is both bumpers are going to be coming off. A lot of different trim pieces are going to be coming off. Then we're going to work on the dent on the hood. Now I'm going to make a list and we're going to go over a bunch of spots on the body, fill a couple spots, get everything sanded down and prepped so that I feel it's good. And then in the next episode, the magic's going to happen. Pretty much that simple. We might as well just get right into it because we got a lot of work to do. Biggest piece of work is going to be this dent though, but I have a plan for that. Also, I just went ahead and washed the whole car down with a degreasing automotive grade soap, aka Dawn dish soap. That's just kind of an initial cleaning to get a lot of the nasty stuff off the paint that's there. We'll be going over the whole body once it's all done. Until then, let's just get started. I started out off camera by practicing and sanding down these clear coat spots that were really bad. I think I used like some 320 to clean up the really bad stuff, and I went like 4.6. But we got the majority of it done. I cleaned that up, and I also cleaned up a lot along here where the clear coat was fading in this groove. This spot and some spots around here need to be worked on still, but next thing I'm gonna work on, also pardon all the wind, it's absolutely crazy today. Right here where I wrapped the car before to cover up the stone chips, this bodywork was horrendous. We're gonna be cleaning all of this out. It's gonna be a bit of a task, but I think I have just the thing for it. Alright guys, so I'm not sure how much I caught on film, but I did a lot of initial sanding kind of off camera. Just because it was initial sanding, it's pretty boring to watch, but I actually worked on this quarter panel quite a bit. Cleaned up a lot of bad stuff. Stone chips. I cleaned up here what I did that bodywork a ton. I sanded this a ton. As you guys can see, we're even down to bare metal in some spots. I also worked on the door. There were some scratches that somebody touched up with like some Walmart touch-up paint. They were pretty bad. Some of them were all the way down, but I sanded and sanded that, and now that's all cleaned up. All these spots I really sanded down. I'm going to be spraying with a little bit of filler primer. Cleaned up this little spot, and I've marked quite a few little spots here where there's little tiny dents that I am going to be taking care of. Also got started on sanding this bumper. That's still a ways to go, but I'll show some more of that. You guys can see we are deep into this. One of the next things we are going to be working on is pulling this dent on the hood. Right now I'm going to work on taking some of this trim off. My buddy Chuck actually owns a small fish and tackle shop right near me, so I went and stopped in and said hi to him, talked for a while, and he showed me the best tackle that would work for removing trim like this. He said it's thin enough and strong enough that it'll even cut through some plastic. You definitely got to wear gloves, so I'm going to give this a shot here on some of the trim because I am going to be getting rid of all this. And then I'm going to call it quits for today. I'm actually going to be making another video with this car. Probably already out by the time this video is out, so I'll link that up in the corner. It's going to be a fun one. But in the meantime, I will see you guys tomorrow when I pick up the camera and we continue working on this bodywork and hopefully get it finished up tomorrow. Literally have zero clue where I left off filming, but we back, boys. We are going to go ahead and work on this dent. As you guys know, I decided to send it and try to pull this thing. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to see what we can do. So to pull this thing, I'm actually going to be using a slide hammer that I got from none other than Harbor Freight. It's not a very big slide hammer, but it should do the trick. It came with this claw attachment that I'm pretty sure can be used to pull dents. As you can see, it kind of just fits in a big hole. Yank out on it, but that's going to require quite a big hole, and I really don't want to drill something that big in the hood if I can help it. Yeah, I also got a nice pick set and some new drill bits too while I was up there. Good stuff. But what I'm going to try to do is actually drill a slightly smaller hole and use a self-tapping screw that I can screw partway in. That will require a much smaller hole, and I can try to tap on it a little with the slide hammer, see what I can make happen. I'm gonna be using a lot of Bondo on that, so if you guys are allergic to watching somebody slap Bondo on something, if you find that extremely cringy, you're gonna cringe. Alright guys, here's a little look at our dent. I sprayed some filler primer. I need to do a little bit more work, but you guys can see for yourselves. That's pretty dang good. I've had a lot of pride in this dent, and this has kind of been like my #1 focus as far as making it perfect is concerned, just because I wanted to prove to myself that it can be done and that I can do it. I pretty much did. The body line is not perfect. This, I need to do one more layer of Bondo in a couple spots, but this is cleaning up nicely. At this point, I'm thinking I'm going to go completely logoless on the grill. Seen some pictures of it on some other PTs, and I really, really like it. Just one of those little touches that cleans up the body lines. But we're taking a rest from this, as well as the bumpers, because we're going to start working on these rust spots. Yes, indeed, guys, there is a tiny bit of rust on this car. I already got the other pieces of trim off. As you can see, there was like barely any glue holding this one on, and that's why it would rattle when I'd turn up my subwoofers. There is these little bits of rust here that I'm going to completely clean up. The good part, though, is on the inside of the door, there is no rust whatsoever. Even down here, absolutely 100% clean. Even where this big spot is, it's perfectly clean. So we're just gonna be sanding and grinding all that out. Might use the wire wheel here as well, just to kind of clean this whole area up really quickly and easily so that we can fill it. This is why I backed into a tree a couple years ago. And then we're gonna grind this spot out. I'll probably use a grinding bit for this little tiny spot. But other than that, everything's good. I gotta go over the rocker panels once, but the rockers are actually very clean. I have plans for the pinch welds that I want to do to kind of protect them and clean them up separate from the paint job, so we're not going to worry about that yet. I guess, well, this video is probably coming out a day or two after the 4th of July, but I'm actually filming this clip on the 4th. So to all you guys out there, a belated happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. We got most of the main bodywork done on the PT-GT, so I'm gonna go ahead and start to wrap up the video here. But before we do that, we gotta take a look at what we just did. So as you guys can see on camera, a little better in this lighting, the hood and the line is actually looking really, really good. After spraying it with this primer a bunch, I think I am going to sand down a little bit and use a tiny bit more filler because the line isn't perfect. So I am gonna work on that spot a little bit more, but everything else here, especially here along the hood where there were big stone dents, it's looking a lot better. I'm satisfied with a lot of this stuff, a lot of these stone chips here, the little stone dents I filled, they're looking a lot better. This big rust spot is looking a lot better, and this line is pretty much conformed to. The trunk actually, surprisingly, after looking it all over, there isn't anything that I really feel the need to take care of there, but we did get rid of this dent. Needs a little bit more work like everything else, but that's pretty much good. We also got rid of all the nasty little rust spots on the bottom of this door, completely cleaned out the rust, and that is looking amazing. Also did some sanding there, sanded a lot of clear coat that was all nasty. Still got a ways to go, and I gotta sand a ton of stuff all over the car and take care of some of the stone chips on the hood, but all that stuff is just little tiny stuff, and it's a little bit more boring to watch. And I know it's been a little bit since the last video was out because I've been spending so much time on this, so that's why I'm wrapping it up today on Independence Day so that I can come out with this as soon as possible for you guys. Like I said, I've just been kind of taking my time, really enjoying working on this car and learning as I go, and I've been working on it. I mean, I don't know what the footage is like. It's probably a mess and all jumbled up, but the last 3 or 4 days I've been spending like all afternoon and the evening on this car. And honestly, I lose track of time and I enjoy every minute of it. And I'm really excited to finally be doing this stuff and finally learning it because I've wanted to for so long. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any tips, any tricks, and if you think I'm doing good, let me know down in the comments below. And smash the thumbs up button if you are so excited to see this car once it is finally one color. I've got a video coming out for you guys. It's a project that I've been working on for quite a while and I'm really excited to finally release that to you guys. You guys are gonna love that video, so be sure and stay tuned for that. And then this following week, the car is going to get painted, probably over the weekend actually. We're gonna be starting on the painting. I'm gonna make a whole video on that. We're gonna make our little reveal. You guys are gonna love that. Be sure and stay tuned. If you haven't, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell, because you aren't gonna wanna miss the finale because you guys have no idea what is to come. But for now, guys, let me know what you think of my work so far. I still got a ways to go as far as sanding and cleaning up is concerned. I still gotta sand the bumpers a bunch. The front bumper and the rear bumper, the clear coat was so bad I've had to sand a ton of it down and I still have to work on them. But again, I'll update you guys all on that in the next episode. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope your Independence Day was amazing. God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next one.